Alrighty, good morning everyone. Today is Thursday, April 27th, and this is the pre-market squeeze watch list. So we're going to focus here on the S&P futures and the NQ futures. Got a couple squeezes here. So for the NQ, first things first, you got that 4-hour squeeze here, which we talked about in the last video. And in the last video, this was all kind of shaping up for a big flush lower. Now you're trading under that 4-hour 21. The big 3 indicator prints a sell signal. Momentum is under the 0 line. All kind of sets her up here for a good flush. Now technically the squeeze still hasn't fired, but we did get a pretty good flush. Then you had Google earnings, Microsoft earnings. Last night you had Facebook earnings. And they've kind of popped it back here towards, not quite the middle of the range, but they are popping it back in that range. Back in the box. So a few things here. By no stretch of the imagination is a 4-hour squeeze bullish, but the bulls are making a little bit of progress. So down here on the momentum histogram, they are getting a fresh cross here back above that 0 line. So for the bulls, potentially, it's a fresh tank of gas. We are also back above the 4-hour 21, which maybe means from here you can kind of stabilize the thing. And then as far as the big 3 signals, we've gone from bearish to neutral. So again, it's not bullish yet, but it's a little bit of a positive shift for the bulls. So be mindful of that, and if they can keep it above that 4-hour 21, which we'll mark up here. All right, get it above the 4-hour 21, so we'll call it 13,000. Get it above 13,000, keep it above 13,000, and then continue to rebuild from there. So as far as the early part of today's session, we have an hourly squeeze here with an hourly buy signal. That just might set the tone for the morning. So she's already firing to the upside. But if they can continue to pump here, you might look to buy a dip on a lower time frame. See if that squeeze releasing all that energy. Can't keep the push going for a little bit this morning. But from another perspective, if they take it back under that 13,000, and then we take it back under that hourly 21, you've seen this game before. Everything could kind of quickly fizzle out. But that, I think, is a playbook for today's session. All right, 13,000 is a big level. Just so happens to be that 4-hour 21 EMA. And now right on top of it, you have an hourly squeeze of the buy signal firing to the upside. So I mark up 13,000, and now what I would do is say, all right, so long as we're above that 13K, could I find an entry here on maybe a 5-minute chart? And interestingly enough, here's a 5-minute squeeze of the 5-minute buy signal. So here's the kind of thing where you can jump in, sell some puts, maybe buy some calls, put your stop under 13,000, and then see if that 5-minute squeeze can't fire to the upside. Looking for continuation of that hourly squeeze. So there's a quick look at the NQ. Let's see, 15-minute chart. The 15er. The plot thickens. So not only is there a 5-minute squeeze with a buy signal, above that key level is a 15-minute squeeze of the buy signal. Above that key level, we'll check the 30-minute and the 30. Well. Brand new 30-minute squeeze above that 13K. So I think it's a good roadmap for this morning. All your lower time frames have squeezes. All of your lower time frames have buy signals. If they can keep it above 13K, it might set her up for a pretty good push here. Under 13K, be a little bit careful here looking for that rip. So there's the NQ, and then we'll do a quick look here at the S&P futures. And on the 4-hour chart, for the spiders, that squeeze actually did fire to the downside. So now a big level here, guys, is going to be the 4-hour 21 EMA. With your break in structure, with your sell signal, with that squeeze firing short, there is some potential here you're going to be in a 4-hour downtrend. All right, they flush it, rally it back to a 21, get rejected, and then go on to make a brand new low. So be mindful of that key level, which for now is 41.15. But for your pre-market squeeze action, The party potentially starts here on your 1 hour chart. So you got your squeeze. We don't have the official buy signal, but we're getting the early buy signal with that pretty little blue dot. Crank it down a notch to the 30-minute and the 30-minute. Prints a buy signal. Down to the 15, and the 15 has a squeeze and a buy signal. And you're kind of trading right around that key 4100. So we'll see if these lower time frame squeezes, whether or not they can be the source of fuel to get through that 4100. But there you have it for today, my friends. You got big earnings tonight with Amazon, but as far as the open here, you got your NQ back above that 13K. You got a 1 hour squeeze, a 30-minute, a 15-minute, and a 5-minute. We'll see what they can do with it. They got some ammunition, but we'll see what they can do with it. But alright, my friends, as always, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, go on ahead and hit the subscribe button, and I shall talk to you in the next one. Adios.